Come on!
Oh. Come on.
Suck some fuel. I'm just gonna get...
It's not having it.
And the batteries are shot.
Yeah, we'll be walking home.
This day just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, we're gonna title this video probably something like the worst day.
Jim and Steve back here with the Ziggy brothers. We are going to be starting the week off with finishing the project from last week. The power steering pump pulley finally came in, the new one, and we're going to press that on. Our tool also was giving us trouble, so we're going to buy a new kit for the power steering pump itself. Zoom over here. Look at these things sitting next to each other again. Isn't that a pretty sight?
Oh yeah.
I just want the leaves to, we're just gonna go around and just start shaking all the trees for all the leaves to fall so we can start doing leaf cleanups. Because if many of you know, if you've been following the channel, that's my favorite time of the year. I don't know about Jim. My dad kind of likes leaves the most too because it's all equipment, all stand-on blowers and these things of course. But I'm really excited to put these things to the test. And the famous aerator that's been in the past few videos, we do have a bunch of jobs lined up starting the first week in September. And believe it or not, most of our clients are signing up for overseeding as well, even with the, like we said, the quotes we're giving are very high for overseeding, and we're really not making that much off of the overseeding. It's kind of building our prices from overseeding into the aerating. So I don't know, how am I trying to say it? It's like the seed is just, the price is just through the roof. So of course, if we charge them normal pricing on overseeding, we're just kind of, it's our first year doing the aerating. We want to get the services for both of them. And while we're there for aerating, we can just flip a switch and turn the seeder on. We're not going to kill them on the labor part for installing the seed. What we're going to get them on is not even getting them, it's just charging them for the service of aeration. But very excited to use this in a few weeks. It's just going to sit there, look nice and pretty, and it'll be ready to roll. But let's walk around here. Most of the small stuff from that big auction is gone. We just, what do we have? That X-Mark mower?
That's like the last intact thing, I think, right?
Yeah, we got the little snowblower for the John Deere.
Yeah.
That little Tanica Edger. Yeah,
we forgot about that too.
These are our vehicles here.
Yeah.
They're all our vehicles, but these are our drivers right here. Here's the 550 dump truck come home, or has come home. We're not renting a spot anymore for it because we are gonna start unloading some of this other stuff. But we're gonna go back over to this white 7.3 diesel. It needs power steering pump pressed on. The new pump is already in. We need the pulley pressed on, I'm sorry. And then that'll be ready to roll. And then basically the main topic of this video is gonna be the 6.4. We have the plow hooked up to it. The lights work. We're getting power to the controller, but it's not actuating the valves, I guess, for the actual pump. I don't know if it's the solenoid or something else. We slapped the plow on the last minute at the end of Friday, and then we were too tired to even see. Who knows, it could be the plugs are loose. We didn't even dive into it, but it runs fine. It has the what is it, the drive to clean DPF light on with the check engine light, but it drives like it ripped that dump truck up the hill. Yeah. It's got power like you can not even believe. We're going to be going, the auction companies usually take about 2 weeks to mail the titles, and we finally have them. So that one title's already in hand. $2,500 with the plow. Come get it.
Yeah, that's a steal.
The only thing it needs is locking hubs for the four-wheel drive in the front. Yeah. The drive shaft from the transfer case is spinning, and then the front drive shafts are spinning. And the manual locks just spin and spin and spin. They don't ever lock, so they're shot on both sides. But $2,500, and it comes with a plow that works. Yeah. Turn the key and go push snow, go crash into trees with it. We don't care. $2,500, come get it. If we saw this for sale on Facebook for $2,500, we would just go buy it and probably part it out or something, right? Yeah, I mean, you're getting a good deal. It's a good first truck or a good beater truck. Yeah, or if it's just a lot truck for it would drive. You can drive it back and forth to your snowplow sites. It's not like you have to park it and just plow snow with it, but it works fine. It literally, we could pull the plow setup off, sell that separate. yank the motor and transmission, sell that separate. I want to keep those wheels from my gold truck here and switch them out, but I mean, like, there are very, very good parts left aside from the doors being dented, and the bed's not horrible, but 2,500 bucks, what else is there to say?
I have another idea.
They're selling them for 5 or 6 grand on Facebook. They're never going to get it, but 2,500 bucks. We're not going to beat around the bush. It's straight up, that's the price. Take it or leave it. We don't know what we want for this yet.
We should take that white truck and pull the body off and put the 350 old body up there on top of it and make it a 7.3.
The drivetrain is
The drivetrain
perfect.
and the frame are amazing.
The engine is in perfect shape. Not even one puff of blow by, like the slightest puff. And it starts right up and it works fine, and it doesn't really leak. I guess it was the power steering pump that was leaking, which is why the frame has a little bit of grease on it. But yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we won't sell that unless it goes by like Friday. Then it's gonna go bye-bye, and we'll figure that other truck out later. But that's it. We gotta run to the auto parts store, pick up the pump, or we have the pump. We have to pick up the new pulley, the new kit to press the pump on, because ours is unfortunately 10 years is I guess all you get out of them. The amount of how many pumps have we used that thing on? Oh
Yeah.
my God, we use that on.
The threads on the bolt are stripped.
They're stripped, and it's got a special nut on there to press it on, and we can't get it off. And for the cheap price, we're just gonna go get a new one. But then we're also gonna work on. That's the goal, is to get that white one for sale. Work on this green one with the plow. That's why it's strapped up, just to keep the plow up. But we're gonna get the green truck, the plow. That's all we really got to do to it. And then we're gonna head over here to this one. This one is a 95 F250. It's a Fisher or Myers? I'm gonna say it's a Myers plow, which is in the bed. We're gonna hook the plow up today, right?
Yeah.
It needs the main brake line going from the front to the back. The rest of them are okay. Put the brake line in, bleed the brakes. I'm gonna put a better battery in it because this one's shot. And then this one starts up and drives fine. It shifts through all the gears. It's an older truck, but it's got low miles. I think it's like 110.
I forget.
It's pretty low. 108.
108?
108,000 miles. And it's solid. I mean, for being 95, that's the year I was born.
It's
so
almost
28.
30. Yeah.
Call it 29 years old if they made it the year before. The bed's got a little bit of rot. The 08 6.4 has more rot on the bed rails than this thing does. Cab corners are in good shape on this. It's got a lift gate too that works. That's really cool. So we're gonna. This isn't even vinyl letters, it's just paint.
Yeah, it might come off with the
Goof
easy off.
Yeah,
Easy
like,
off.
We'll get that off, and we're gonna hit the auto parts store and get the brake line for this, power steering pulley for that, the kit, some brake fluid, top off the rest of our fluids in the garage, and then hopefully have this gone by the end of the week, the white truck and possibly the green truck, the 6.4. So we're gonna go get breakfast. We got Zoe coming with us. Come here. Zoe's gonna help us pick out all the parts. Here, watch this. She knows that that's my main driver truck, but she'll just, as soon as you open the door, she just launches her. Come here, Z. Come on, let's go. It could be a stranger's truck and she would jump in it, which is kind of crazy. She sits right in the front. But let's get this day started. Yeah, she's the happiest dog ever. Where are we going? All right, let's get this day started. We'll head to the auto parts store and then we'll come back. I'm not sure what size is this, 1/4 inch?
No, 3/16.
3/16. 1/4 inch is the big one, right? That goes down the frame usually.
Yeah.
That feeds the whole rear of the truck.
Yeah.
We're just gonna give this a little bit extra, right?
Yeah.
I mean, consider that this was a coil and they had too much to begin with. We just go like to here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right? So
Got our pipe cutter. Is that technically what that is? Is a pipe cutter?
I think so. Once again, we learned years and years ago how to do brakes, brake lines specifically from YouTube.
Yeah.
That's probably my first truck 12 or 13 years ago. You might be watching this and say, oh my goodness, I wouldn't do it that way, or I might do it this way. Let us know in the comments too. Anything that we do on any of our videos, we'd like to hear from the comments what you guys think. Our method is good. I would do this differently. Just any sort of feedback so we can, because we're learning on the way too. I mean, we're pretty good with stuff like this. All these trucks have new brake lines, so we've always done it where we cut it. Then it's not as wide as the original opening. So from a YouTube video, we found that take a pick or like some sort of screwdriver
and just work the opening up, because it gets a little bit crimped in when you cut it with the tool. Specifically if you cut it with a grinder, then you get a really, this just opens it up a little bit more to allow the tool to fit. So it's this one?
Yeah. This is a Harbor Freight one, by the way.
Yeah. Which they would have the power steering pulley kit, right?
Probably. Yeah, they didn't have it on the shelf, so it's on order for that. But
just want to make sure that this fits. So like that. We've never had one, like I said, if someone is commenting or watching and saying, oh my God, that's not going to last, we've never had one brake line ever fail. I don't think doing it this way, which I guess is the pretty standard way of doing it.
Yeah.
A vise would be nice for this, but it's not necessary. Where's the little thing at?
Okay.
Oh, it's too early for this. I want to get at the...
You use the backside to make sure it's sticking up.
Yep. Going the right way. Some brakes, is it older vehicles use a single flare, or for certain lines is a single flare?
I don't know.
This is specifically a double flare, so we'll flare it once and then we'll take the piece out, this little adapter piece, whatever it's called, and then we'll flare it twice, hence why it's called a double flare. I want to just make sure it's straight. We're going to tighten this all the way down until it bottoms out. Just like that. Harbor Freight. And we will take the little adapter out, and now we will, I think the rule of thumb is half a turn to 3/4.
For the regular flaring?
Yeah.
The point flare?
Once again, we don't know all the terms for all this, but all we know is this won't break. We're going to do about half and then just a little bit more. And that'll give us our double flare, which will give us a nice, clean opening. We will take our line out.
Look at that.
And there's our finished product. And now we will make sure, do not forget to put your fittings on, both of them, or else you're going to be cutting it and doing it again. So this one's going to go into the master cylinder, right?
Yeah.
Nice and clean. No leaks will be there. And then this is, unfortunately, our good friend at Napa gave us the wrong fitting. He gave us 2 of these brand new, and this is a little bit bigger. We were able to salvage this. The threads are fine. The head's a little bit beat, but
you can still get the wrench on it.
Yeah, it'll tighten. It won't leak anything. Both fittings, make sure they're facing opposite ways so they actually flare. Just like that's a nice clean connection. Like we said, the fitting's a little bit dirty. Once it's flared on, it'll be perfect.
The rust-proof brake line or whatever, the copper one.
This is copper, so they're saying it won't rust. They do get some corrosion on them over time, but it's more so the fittings that go.
Yeah. It's always right next to them.
But this is going on to a 1995. Who knows how long the whole truck's going to be in service?
Yeah.
Because it's being a 95.
And it's always the thing is that we're selling it for profitability. You know, we'd love to go through the whole truck and rebuild everything, but it's just, it doesn't make sense because you don't know what the next person's doing with it.
Rebuild everything in terms of, like, one fuel tank doesn't work. It has dual fuel tanks. I think one of the fuel pumps is shot or the switch is broken or something. The switch works, I think. The fuel pump's broken in one tank. I mean, it needs to be painted, like stuff like that. We're not going to put brand new brakes and calipers and the whole shebang on the truck when it starts right up and it'll drive completely fine and stop and plow snow. That's what that truck really, at this point in its life, hooked up. It's got the plow hook up. It's got the plow on the bed with a lift gate. Like, it would work for someone starting their own business or someone just looking to add a lot truck. But you don't want to dump $5,000 into it to put all new calipers, brakes, and pads and transmission lines. Hey, somebody could want to do that. We like these older trucks. We dumped like 20 grand into this truck because after 20 grand it's done over the past 7 years.
Yeah.
And we don't have any payments on it. And same thing with all these other trucks. There's no payments on anything. Any trucks I'm talking about. So, like, if someone was like, I really want that truck, it reminded me of, that was what one of Dad's first landscaping trucks looked like. Someone had like sentimental value to it. They could, I guess, be like, all right, I'm gonna dump $5,000 in this thing and make it spotless, and then have it for another 10 years. So $5,000 versus 80 for a new truck, it still makes sense. Just depends on what the person wants to do.
Yeah, there's got to be meat on the bone left for us to sell it.
For
though.
us, in terms of us selling it.
Yeah.
Like that white truck, we want to take the motor out for absolutely no reason and go through the whole engine and do everything necessary to make it reliable forever. But as it sits there right now, it runs and drives fine. But we're selling it, so it would erase all of our profit.
Does that one look good? Yeah.
Looks good. The line's a little bit long, so we're just gonna...
We can
bend it and
yeah.
put it where we need it to go. But yeah, we'll
That'd
send
be
this
good.
in the truck, and that's pretty much it. Okay, new brake line is in. This is gonna be the first start in the 2 weeks since we've got it, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna take a little bit of cranking because I forget which tank works and which tank doesn't. Maybe the tank that doesn't work just doesn't have fuel in it.
Yeah,
Maybe we
maybe.
can just tap it with a hammer and see if we hear anything. Let's see what happens. Now we got good voltage. That's the front tank. I think it might be the rear tank that works. This has a bunch of crap in the back, but it's gravity down, which kind of stinks. Probably need some grease or something. Curl it. What? Curl it. That's right.
Yeah.
It turned one way, shouldn't it?
No, there's no fluid to cycle through. At least it lifts.
What do you mean there's no fluid? Why isn't it telling
Because it
this-
needs to go through both of them. You just need a fitting.
All right.
We did a 180.
Yeah, we did a complete 180 on what we're doing with this truck here. Probably looking at it and go, oh my God, I could use this for my business. I'll give you $1,500 or I'll give you $2,000. It's a 1995. We said all this already. It's only got 107,000 miles on it. And it's
Plow
a shame.
miles though.
Plow miles, but it doesn't look like it's been plowed with its entire life. Unfortunately, we replaced one brake line. I thought the rest were all good. There's one small brake line that needs to be fixed. No problem, we can fix it in 2 seconds, but the bleeder screws are stripped on their, are they drums in the back? They're not calipers?
Yeah, it's like the drum brakes.
Yeah, by the time we straighten that out, and now a transmission line is cracked. By the time we run a new transmission line,
Yeah.
and the frame's a little bit worse than we thought. Well, we were looking at getting $1,500 for this truck, all said and done, and now a couple other things just happened to it. I think we have, with titling it, because that's how the auction works, you have to put your name on the title, you can't just leave it blank. We have a title in our name. We paid $600 plus the buyer's fee from the auction, $675 with the title. I think we were like $800 into this truck, and if we were to put another line, another transmission line, and spend some more time on it, we're going to end up being $900, say $1,000 into it with fluids and whatever. and try and sell it for 15. So we're gonna put it on for 15. Someone's gonna offer us 1,000. So why not just unfortunately stop here, where we're 7 something into it, and we can literally just go take it to the scrapyard and get our money back. But the good thing is we're gonna keep the plow, and we're gonna steal some parts off of this and put it onto the truck over there. We'll take a walk.
You know what we are gonna do that I just thought of?
Oh.
We're switching that hood with mine.
Okay.
We're gonna take those 4 bolts off and put that hood on mine.
We'll take the parts we need for this truck. The plow's in perfect shape. It works fine. We're gonna take the plow off, not the whole setup underneath with bolts and stuff, but the plow itself. And we have a carbon copy truck over here that is very, very dirty, but it's almost rust free, this truck. And we got this truck for $200. So I think, and this truck doesn't have a plow. It's got the same amount of miles, I think, but it doesn't have rot on the frame. The frame's really, really clean. A power washer to this is good. This thing's gonna shine like new. If you guys saw this in the videos before, it's got a utility cap, and it's got the same plow setup. So that plow will literally just plug right in and work fine. So I think that's what our best bet is, instead of dumping another, say 3 hours into that truck and another $100 or $200 just to make 200. Why not just get rid of it?
Yeah, because we thought it was just going to be the brake line, and then we crawl under there, and then the other one breaks.
Yeah.
And then we crawl under there and say, shoot, the transmission's leaking.
And your adrenaline's pumping when you're bidding on these things. So
Yeah.
$600, we can't go wrong, because we could have made $1,000 off of it. But for $600, no big deal. We somehow scored this for 200.
Yeah, this was amazing.
They're identical. So we're going to steal a couple little small solenoids and some parts for this one, and put the plow on this one, and sell this one for hopefully 1,500, 2 grand, maybe a little bit more depending on it. Because this one's in, I don't know if you show the frame back here. I mean, this is what I call great shape for almost being 30 years old. It's solid. The whole frame is solid. It's got newer fuel lines in it.
The underneath actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
The muffler, the catalytic converter's all in place. Same thing on the other truck, but look, this has a new rear seal, pinion seal. Yeah, they're still 20-year-old trucks, but
the bed rails are in really good shape, actually.
For $200, I think it's better to hook the plow up to this and make $1,500 or so on this truck, and just get that one out of here. Steal some parts off of it and get it out of here.
It's a shame because we started this video so optimistic. You guys probably like, yeah, they're gonna fix the truck. Well, we did fix it, and then something else broke.
We threw a brake line on it, and everything was great. We went to go bleed the other brake lines, or the rear end on the truck. Brake line snapped, and the transmission line rotted. And the transmission line was not leaking when we picked this truck up or when we drove it down the driveway. It just happened to go. It's a shame. I hate throwing trucks out, but we're gonna get it. I think we're gonna make like $50 or $100 by just scrapping it versus dumping more time into it, and then we're gonna dump our profit into that truck. Yeah,
and then you got to think about it too. We talked a long time about this off camera. If somebody comes and wants to buy this truck, they're gonna want it to be working 100%. So by the time we fix that, and then we get somebody who comes and they're expecting this immaculate truck, and then we waste 30 minutes talking to them about the truck and they don't buy it, there's another 30 minutes burned.
It's unfortunate,
and then
because
the 5 people after that come and look at it and it's not as nice as they thought it was, you know, the time adds up.
It just it comes down to time, and by the time we put the brake line in it and the transmission line, we're hoping to God nothing else goes, because we're not redoing everything on the truck. If something else goes, it just puts us out of profit.
Yeah.
The 6.4 sitting right there is going to make us quite a bit of money from the same auction, and the bucket truck 7.3 is going to make us quite a bit of money. And then we still have the van and a couple other trucks that are still all profitable, and we almost wiped out all the small things that we've made a pretty good killing on. So to make $50 on this and just get it gone and put the money or put the parts into the other one, it's okay with me now, thinking about it a little bit more.
Yeah, and then we free up some room for more auction stuff. We can go hit more auctions and then get rid of this and get something better.
And it's funny to think this auction had the 3 engines.
Yeah.
They're still sitting here. So there's the 4-cylinder Kubota. We're gonna still make out really, really, really well, regardless if we make $200 profit on this truck or if we make $20 by scrapping it. That's like pennies. Outweighs, like underweighs. How am I trying to say this?
Yeah.
All the profit from all the other stuff we got from the same auction outweighs making $20 or $200. We're not going to make any more than that on this. Not at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We were hoping for making $1,000 profit by almost doing nothing, but all the little lines and stuff are starting to go. So It is what it is.
This was the first one we actually won the bid on, so it got the ball rolling. You can think about it that way.
Pumping. You're sitting in the living room and you're bidding online. You're like, $600, bid on it, without even knowing what the hell it was, because we previewed this auction. We didn't even look at this truck. We didn't get underneath it and check it out. We looked at the van. We looked at the 6.4. We looked at all the other trucks except probably this one.
Yeah, we just looked at the front of it.
A 95 F250. What the heck are we gonna do with that? And for $600, then okay, title, your time to go pick it up, the buyer fees, then the time to sell it,
and then find a buyer.
It's not worth it for $600. Unfortunately, it's a 95. It's almost 30 years old.
Yeah. And you're probably sitting at home thinking like, what is wrong with you guys? That's definitely worth $600. But when you do it as much as we do it, and flipping stuff and moving stuff quick, but it's the time is really what's killing you.
If we could not find another truck out there on the market and we were looking for a lot truck to go plow the snow, I would buy this in 2 seconds for $600. Replace every single brake line and hose, all the transmission lines, some of the radiator lines, like the transmission cooler lines, check the fuel lines, replace everything that could possibly leak in terms of lines, and hook the plow up to it and leave it at the site and go for it. But we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not buying it to keep it either. We're buying it to flip it, to make money. So unfortunately, make $200 and spend another 3 hours on it, or make $50 and scrap it, unfortunately. And like we said, dump some parts into that one from this one that we already own, and just get this one out of here. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
We think we were going to take the letters off of it too. It's a shame.
Yeah.
But
it is what it is. That's
money.
how it works out.
I didn't buy this truck brand new and I'm attached to it. I really don't care.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you don't care either, Jeff.
No, I don't. Now I'm running the numbers. We thought about it really hard.
It comes down to green dollars at the end of the day. Just how expensive this world / New Jersey is. But what do you say we just start taking some shit off of this thing?
Yeah.
Try it now. That's good. Stop. Don't kill it. Stop.
All right. Well, it's a no-go on this one. Did you just film that?
Well, it's not going to start right now, obviously. I mean, this wire is not hooked up. I don't know if that's for the lights.
Yeah.
Or if I don't know. We could look into this later.
This one is way more worth looking into, but it didn't start just there cranking. But at least we know it cranks now.
Yeah.
That's a start.
We need to steal the plow plug, the plow itself, right?
Yeah.
Should we take the whole front mount off?
Why?
Maybe the bulbs are bad in it.
Yeah, maybe.
Take the plow off.
Yeah.
Which already has the fitting we need for the plow, right?
Yeah.
We took the solenoid off. Put the battery that came with this truck just sitting in here. You want to switch the hood?
Yeah, we'll switch the hood real quick.
And then let's get it out of here.
Do a little switcheroo. Taking it out to the scrap right now. We're gonna try a new scrap place that's a little bit closer to us, and they have a little bit of a upper rate, I guess. I don't know. They say that they have better scrap prices, $240 a ton. I don't know what the other one is right now, but this one's probably 10 minutes closer, so we're gonna give it a shot. I think I'd say we're gonna get 700 on the dot.
I'll say 625.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Is he getting it?
Good luck charm here. Hopefully she may. Look at Zoe's gonna get us a lot of money on this one.
Yeah, so.
Don't hit our new brake line we just put in it. This makes it worth a lot of money.
The Bronco hood is getting scrapped.
That thing's old, but look at how big that thing is.
Yeah.
There's a 7.3 up on the scrap list over there, all mangled out.
That's insane.
Want to just jump out and do the forks?
Yeah, there it goes.
The ramps.
Yeah. Bye now. Right, so I guess I guess we'll see what we got. I said what did I just say? 700. I think could be possibly more than that, which would be nice because we're pretty much gonna break even on it, but it is what it is. We bought it, so probably a mistake, but that's how it works out, right? Sometimes, Zoe, most of the time it doesn't work out that way, but this is how we can capitalize on this and use our time more effectively and walk away from this one instead of losing more time and more money. It's a numbers game. It's unfortunately you can't get tied up in emotions on this stuff. I give the spiel all the time about, yeah, we can fix it, we can go through the whole thing, but there's got to be something left at the end of the day to be able to make money. And we're not coming out here to volunteer our time and do all this just to waste money and time. It's got to be effective to pay the bills, and that's why the junkyard's going to get it, because they'll do their thing with it, and we move on, and everybody moves forward. What did it get?
We got 651.
That's not bad.
We lost money.
Yeah, I know.
It was 58.40 for the weight.
Yeah.
We took the plow. If we had the plow, we would have broke even. So
yeah.
It is what
well, we
it
did
is.
Get the plow, yeah.
The other trucks, some of the other trucks we got really, really cheap. We could make some good money on just by driving them here.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, that international huge dump truck will probably make $700 just by driving it to the scrapyard without even touching it.
Yeah.
So that's worth it.
Yeah.
And then I think the F600 we paid like $300 for. We'll probably get 800 or 900 in scrap. We'll make another 600 on that just driving it here.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
This one's only 15 minutes away.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know it was this close. We wouldn't have even been to the other scrapyard yet. We've still been driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was we've gone to the other one for what? 2010 or 11.
Yeah.
So we've been going there for over 12 years or so, and that's all we know because we live close to it. But now this place is 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
15 minutes at the most.
Yeah.
And they picked it right up off the thing and easy peasy.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And they got a new brake line with it.
Yeah. We wasted a lot of time today.
Here. Look at this.
Brand new pulley. And the other one falling off the other day. The other one, it's almost like when you rebuild an engine. They hone the cylinders and they sometimes put sleeves in. I guess these have, it's like a little, see like the little lip?
Liner.
Yeah, almost like the old one was worn out.
Yeah.
Being taken on and off. Maybe a couple times in 20 years, I don't know.
The pulley's in on the pump and the glow plug relay's in. Sounds like we got some dead batteries. We need to jump it. Maybe not. It worked. Nice. It works.
Yeah, we just gotta keep bleeding it, and then these batteries are gonna need a good charge. Of course, the new buyer should replace them.
Here we go.
All right. We learned our lesson to every time, I guess from now on, we replace power steering pump to just do the pulley for the extra $40.
Yeah.
Just if it's a truck that you haven't had for a while, you don't know how many times that pump, the actual pulley's been off. I guess there's just over 20 years. Think about the heat underneath the hood and the on-off. The heat, maybe the metal shrinks and expands and over time. So the pulley we tried to reuse that was from the truck just flew off, and it actually took the brand new pump with it.
Yeah.
So the tension from the serpentine belt was pulling the pulley, and the pulley went off and took the actual shaft of the power steering pump and threw it. So that's garbage. Unfortunately, we put another new pump in that was for another truck in here with a brand new pulley, and we got power steering.
Yeah.
We got good brakes. This truck, it sucks that the body's in such bad shape because the engine and the drivetrain are perfect and the frame is perfect. It's just cracking the windshield. They use this to plow snow, and they plow snow hard. I mean, everything, there's metal sticking out of the seats.
Yeah. The seats these are some of the worst seats I've ever sat in.
It doesn't pull. That's just the way it wants to go. That was for, I mean, everything's a little bit loosey-goosey, but it drives good. I think it's almost out of fuel.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It needs an alignment. Probably by the, when is this video coming out, Jim?
Couple days.
This truck's gonna be cheap.
It might even be gone.
Probably might be gone by tomorrow, which will be a couple days before this is posted. But yeah, it comes with an 8-foot plow. I think the motor needs to be put back on, and it needs a hydraulic line, the actual plow itself. But the plow was working. We stole the line for another plow. It's got the controller, it's got the hookup, the wires are all in place to hook your own plow up to it. I mean, we're gonna ask $3 grand. We want 2,500 bucks for it. The drivetrain and the wheels are worth that alone. If we pulled the drivetrain out, engine, transmission, transfer case, we get 1,000 bucks, maybe 1,500.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty clean, and the wheels are worth probably another 500 bucks with decent tires. There's $2 grand if we parted it. We're just gonna sell it all for 2,500 with the plow. And someone can do whatever they please. I'm happy with the power steering pump though. Whoever's buying it's getting $110 and a new power steering pump with fluid and a new pulley. So getting through the gears.
Yeah, it's definitely out of fuel.
No! Come on!
Oh. Come on.
Suck some fuel. I'm just gonna get.
It's not having it.
And the batteries are shot.
Yeah, we'll be walking home.
They just keep
This is
getting worse.
yeah, we're gonna title this video probably something like the worst day.
Papa Zig did get all the lawns cut for us. Plus, he's on to Tuesday already. He's already cutting some for us on Monday. That's a good thing, I guess. Nothing broke with the lawn equipment, but today we've been just driving in circles.
Yeah.
And now we're out of fuel, so
The strainer foot in the tank must be broken.
Yeah.
It's at a quarter of a tank.
that's why we good thing we have a 5-gallon tank at home. Unfortunately, we have to go walk to go get it. All right, Jim, start walking. Do you want to drive your truck?
Yeah.
Well, no, your truck's in a good spot. You want to just grab the fuel out of the black truck, and Jenna's keys are in her car. Move it over and just drive the black truck,
Yeah.
and maybe bring your jump pack.
Yeah, try it one more time. Just for the
The
hell of it.
batteries charge themselves enough to probably keep starting.
Just see real quick.
I don't want to kill
No,
the batteries.
yeah. All right. Damn. Yeah.
This is not how this was supposed to go.
This day, yeah.
Well, this was supposed to be just a nice test drive to make sure the power steering pump worked. And it reads a quarter tank of fuel on the fuel gauge. But it's out of fuel, which 99% of the time is the plastic fuel pickup tube in the that's off of the fuel sending unit, right?
Yeah.
It's cracked and it's missing, so it runs out at a quarter tank. We will let the new buyers know that, of course, but we're not taking the tank out of this thing. This truck is, it drives down the road straight. It's just beat. I mean, someone drove by, looked and saw us with the cap off.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. It is what it is.
We're not going to get to the 6.4 today, obviously.
We're not going to title every single video like, oh my god, nothing but problems, but today has been a pretty troublesome day.
Yeah, today's video was supposed to be about the 6.4. It wasn't even supposed to be about this truck.
It's what, 4:30 in the afternoon. We were going to get to the 6.4 by what, 10 o'clock this morning?
Yeah.
And here we are. It's 4:30 afternoon. We're out of fuel on the side of the road. We haven't, did we even eat lunch today? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we did. But then, so what also happened was the power steering pump, we're on our second one because the first one broke.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
of
I
that
said that
pulley.
before on the way. We were driving down the road as we were turning, saying everything looks great, and then oop, it shut off.
Yeah.
So whoever's buying this is getting 5 gallons of fuel.
We got power steering pump and power steering pulley.
I mean, it's stuff
Fluid.
like this that makes the truck look crappy. But like, it's got 60-ish% back here, maybe even more, and it runs fine. Has a new glow plug relay. It thing starts right up. It shifts fine. We're going to show you how to fuel back up a 7.3 diesel that runs out of fuel. Impatient people will take the fuel bowl off and fill it and put the filter back in and then fill it again, when all you gotta do is run the key like 5 times for, I don't know what, 30 seconds each.
Yeah.
And it sucks the fuel out of the tank right back into the bowl and crank it and it'll start right back up. There's no need to bleed the lines and all that stuff like you have to do on semi trucks or big machines like that. And this is probably the coolest funnel we've ever had. This thing comes in so handy. We know the alternator works because this thing is cranking really, really good.
Yeah.
Right here, pump pump's actually right here. Yeah, so you're gonna hear the pump right underneath the fender.
You can hear it.
Running.
And you let it run.
Let it run because it's pulling fuel up into the bowl. And it's funny, my gold truck, it's in perfect shape. This light doesn't work. Our F450, that's in perfect shape. This light doesn't work. The freshly painted F550 dump, this doesn't work. That truck, it doesn't work unless you turn it on. This works with the door. And this truck's the ugliest one out of all of them. So now it's shut off. Now we just run it again.
Do you think popping the fuel cap helps? Because if the air relief going back, I don't know.
I remember 15 years ago when Dad ran out of fuel in his dump truck. He was parked on a hill. He put 15 gallons of fuel in it, and I think it was the same thing. The fuel pickup was shot, and someone told him to take the actual fuel filter housing off, fill it with fuel, put it back on. It made such a mess all over the street, and it didn't really help at all. But this thing's gonna start. It's gonna run rough for maybe 40 seconds. Then we're just gonna zip it right home. Actually, zip it to the cul-de-sac to take pictures of it. Right?
Yeah.
I'll do this one more time. We didn't run it too long. Once we knew it was out of fuel, we just shut it off. So it shouldn't be completely empty. Right up. Let it run for a couple minutes. You're gonna go park that and then go to the cul-de-sac?
Yeah, we gotta take the bins out.
No, those are going with the sale.
Oh, all right, all right.
Get these trucks.
We're gonna end the day on something hopefully positive.
We'll call it positive just hearing this truck run. This truck is cool.
What year was this?
This is a 76.
70, or was it 86?
No,
76?
76. It's 2 batteries, right?
Yeah, one of them's missing,
So is this just a random bolt?
I think. Because they have the wires and stuff.
So what, it just jumped from one to the other?
Yeah.
I mean, this whole thing is loose. That's not right. Like, this shouldn't... It's not even, like, on it.
Really?
Look. This should be screwed in.
Oh yeah, it has like a stud.
Do you want to just throw your jump pack on it and we see what happens?
Yeah.
I can't tell if there's fuel in it or not. I mean, this thing almost has no rot. We can't scrap this.
How are we supposed to tell if there's fuel in it? It doesn't look like there is. Can you shake the truck a little bit? There is fuel in it.
How much?
A lot.
There is?
Yeah, it's like up to here.
Watch out. Throw your jumper on it?
Yeah.
It's got a different ignition, which is weird. Ooh,
You said neutral, right? Spray it? put the pedal all the way down. What?
The fuel gauge doesn't move.
Hopefully that didn't hydro lock it. Did it lock up?
Guess what? Who cares? Let's try the next one.
Yeah, or did I hydro lock it with the spray? I didn't even spray that much.
Where's it? Is it leaking any fluid?
I can't tell.
This has no hook, Jim. All the wires are hooked.
Yeah, I know. Are we gonna try the 350?
What?
The 350?
No, it's got the valve covers off.
Yeah, but who knows? It might run.
I guess.
We still have this Skag walk behind.
It's a, I was looking at the other day, the 2004.
Is this a, it's not a 60, is it?
This?
Yeah.
This looks like a 54. But it's got a 2004 engine, which I'm assuming is updated.
Yeah.
I mean, the brakes are seized. This thing's going right to the junkyard. Unless the engine runs, we'll pull the engine.
No.
Junkyard it goes.
Pop the hood on this one. Are you sure there wasn't anything in there? Oh.
It doesn't look that bad. I don't know why the...
Unless it was leaking.
It's got water in the oil.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been sitting like this.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh.
The truck is...
One spot. That's not bad.
2, 3.
Yeah, but those pieces are replaceable. The cab's in really good shape.
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, for the price of what, 300 bucks? Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna hold on to this one, just park it until we get time to do something to it. But these other two things can go bye-bye.
Yeah.
This thing's really cool, but what we could fetch for scrap versus what we paid for it, it's worth it to
It's worth more than double.
Triple our money by just scrapping it. I mean, it's a nice challenge to get this thing running and driving and all that stuff, but
It's the same deal with those other trucks.
yeah, it's just,
By the time you do it, there's really not much left.
I don't think this is going to sell for that much.
Yeah.
Being that it's 50 something here, almost 50 years old. Say it's running and driving sitting here. I mean, 50 years old. What is it going to go for? 2,500, 3 grand?
Yeah.
Maybe. It's a solid truck. It's not rotted out, but like nobody's going to pay more than that. I don't think. I've seen them on Facebook for sale. 3 grand, 2,500, 3,500, somewhere in that range. In the same condition.
Yeah.
So like,
it's gonna be the same deal with that one tractor we couldn't sell. It's cool.
Yeah.
It looks cool, but nobody wants it.
by the time we dump money and all the time into it, we'll make the same amount of money as if we just stopped right now and just scrapped it.
Yeah.
So, but this one's not getting scrapped. This one is.
This truck's worth money. This one's worth big money.
We're actually going to use this to do the trees, clean the trees up a little bit.
So what do you say? Is that it for this video? This has been a sad video. This has been just nothing but one thing wrong after the next. Except we did make out well in the scrapyard.
We did. We got that done, but besides that, we didn't even touch the 6.4. We figured out that this red truck, everybody's seen this red truck a million times. We've talked about it for the 3 months we've had it. And stupid us, we didn't even check the fuel filter till today. And we're going to put a new fuel filter in it tomorrow and see if that solves the lack of power. But look at from here. I mean, the closer you get, it still looks the same. It's a solid truck. It's gas. It's a V8 Triton, 120,000 miles. Low miles. It's 4-wheel drive. It's got really, really good tires on it. And people are offering like 2 grand for it. It's worth way more than that. It doesn't have 300,000 miles. It's got 127. So we're going to try the fuel filter and see if that fixes the lack of power. and we're gonna go from there. We did get a lot of stuff moved around still, but
We figured out a lot of stuff.
yeah. I guess that'll wrap this. I guess the positive thing is tomorrow's a new day.
And the white truck's actually for sale.
Yeah, the white truck's done. It's the power steering pump is in. The brakes are good. The batteries are good. It starts right up. I mean, we'll start it real quick, and then we're gonna. This will be ending the day on getting at least one truck working. We got this truck from not having any power steering. The brakes were a little iffy because the pump was bad. To get in it and drive it. These little odds and ends, but that can wrap the day up. We got one truck done, so it's better than nothing, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's gonna end it. We'll get moving on this red truck at some point, and the rest of it, we'll keep you guys all updated. And if there's anything that you're interested in, message quick, because like I said, we're either scrapping a lot of stuff, or we're fixing and selling, or we're selling stuff as is. Don't be scared to reach out and message me, but only if you're serious. Please, only if you're ready to actually come get it, because we're not waiting more than a day. We're not going to do that because we need to move stuff and we need to get on.
Facebook is it still available? What's your best price? In our listing, we're just straight to the point. Read the whole ad. Yes, it's available. Say, for example, just say this thing right here. Once it's not ready, but best price is $500. Don't offer a penny less because we won't take it. And we'll get offers, hey, $300 right now, $200 right now, and just exaggerate and pretend, use your minds of what messages we're getting with trucks. We had this on here for $3,500. We dropped it down. We have it on for $2,500 as it sits, this red truck. And don't offer a penny less, come with cash. It's $2,500. It's worth way more completely fixed with the lack of power. And people are offering $1,500. Do they not read the ad? It's available.
Yeah.
Can you call me? No. Give me your phone number, and that's a scammer. But take $1,000? No, I'm $2,500 firm. Read the listing. Would you trade for my go-kart? No. Read the listing. I'm trading for cash only. And of course, now the price is going to go up if we can. If it's the fuel filter, it's going to be. Hopefully, it's going to be something as stupid as that. But
yeah, that's that. And then also, like I just said, don't wait. Don't say, oh, I'll come next weekend. I can't get a trailer till next weekend. We're in this business to make money. We're selling this stuff to make money. We'd rather, if we're selling something for $500, I'd rather have $500 today than $500 tomorrow. So as soon as you can come, you better let us know that, because like I said, we just can't wait, unfortunately.
It's the crazy thing too. For example, is this truck still available? I have $2,500 in hand. I'll be in the area in 3 weeks. Well, sorry, it's not going to be here in 3 weeks.
There's going to be 50 other people who already would have swung by.
People message us like crazy. So if you're interested, message as soon as possible. That'll wrap it up.
Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a good day, and we'll end this one on a good note.